Hi, again. Facebook 321 really helps us when we're trying to shoot a live video. But it's Dion and Anthony for episode 16 of ECSports. What are we going to do today?
We're going to get into the Dwayne Wade buyout scenario, how we feel about that. We're going to get into Ezekiel Elliott, his off and on the field, type issues that he's having, and then we're going to get into the 8-ounce glove decision made by boxing.
Okay. Let's start off with D. Wade, I guess.
Absolutely.
So I was listening to Chicago radio the other day, and they had said within the next few months, like the season doesn't kick off in September, which is next month. Do you believe that? I can't believe that shit. Season starts, media days next month. So they're saying that the Bulls are going to buy out Dwayne Wade, and then Stephen A. Smith obviously says there's no way in hell that Dwayne Wade is going back to Chicago. So, what do you think about that decision? Is it because of Jimmy pretty much? Oh, look at that. All right, we can't control what Facebook does, but we're going to keep the show going. Thanks, Facebook. So, like you were saying, Jimmy had a lot to do with it.
Right.
Obviously, I'm sure LeBron does as well.
Right. And I just think that if you're gonna continue to play at 35, 36, it's gonna be, you're there for contention.
Yeah.
Opposed to you're not trying to sit around in the rebuilding process. And while he's a good guy, I don't see any good guys sticking around to mentor what's supposed to be the worst team in the league this year. So
I mean, who's he mentoring? Let's see.
Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Who's
it? Carlos Payne? I don't even know his name. I'm sorry.
Cameron.
Cameron. Yeah, at least Harry Carey of Chicago Sports. Go to him for all of that info. Cameron Payne, that guy. He's terrible. So, and then what happens on the other hand, like for his kids? Like his kids have been playing. I think they go to I ain't gonna throw it out there, but I know they go to high school in Chicago, and what happened? All right, I'm gonna leave. Like, does his kid stay here? Like, it's not like he's with.
Right. I mean,
the mother. It's just a weird situation.
See, I don't know. That's the problem with professional sports. You're always on the go, so
yeah.
Your kids I feel like they kind of come second, but
I mean,
they
millionaire like that.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they're mad.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say they're mad,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't think that's kind of going to be an issue if.
Where do you think he's going to go? Cleveland. Where? What? All right. So who's their two guys? Oh, they don't really have.
They got J.R. Smith, but he's not even really a starting
show up. Wow. So you got Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Kyrie, who doesn't want to be there, Derrick Rose, Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love. I don't know, man. There might be a team in the East that has a chance. Am I throwing a Anthony D'Amato statement out there? East. Producer.
Who do you think?
I mean, Milwaukee looks good. Celtics are not stopping.
Celtics got it. They got the best on paper.
Celtics
they might have
a chance. Don't forget about the Bulls. Yeah. So.
What do you think about that projection? Honestly, though,
they are the worst team in the league. Who's their go-to guy? Dwayne Wade leaves.
Oh no, I mean
not that
they
he
don't
was.
They don't have a go-to.
For real.
I'm just trying to think, of some of the other rosters.
Did they clear out their mouth to say that they are rebuilding, or
last year's worst team was? Is that do you know?
It wasn't the Lakers. It was Philly. Yeah. Who got the number one? Boston got the number one pick, but they weren't the last. It was Brooklyn, LA, or Philly. One of those.
I think it was Brooklyn. Yeah, we have a fan saying Wade's a bum right now.
Well, thanks fan, but everybody knows it. I mean, this is my thing with fans. All right, not this particular. This one up, aren't we? I apologize for the technical difficulties today. But in reference to fans, I'm not a big fan of people being, oh my God, Dwayne Wade or Derrick Rose or whoever. And then when they're in the latter part of their career, it's like, oh,
they hate him.
Yeah, he's a bum. I've never been a fan of that because you got to stick with like how everything that you saw.
Yeah, and plus you gotta take it, with a grain of salt when the guy who's 35 comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that in the back of your head that he's probably not gonna be the Dwayne Wade you're expecting.
Yeah.
You gotta embrace that, because if you get your hopes up, that's what you're gonna turn into.
And
He's one of those people. Dwayne Wade's a bum, one of those.
Derrick Rose sucks.
Yeah.
Even though he's the MVP. Derrick Rose could still say he had a better career than Dwayne Wade. I don't care what anyone says. You could have what Dwayne Wade had, but Derrick Rose is the fucking most valuable player of the entire NBA at one point. And prior to that, he was a beast before that. So to bash like what he did before just because he got injured, not because he's just lazy. Because this is my thing, man. I follow LeBron James on Instagram, just like a lot of people do. What do you see LeBron doing every day on Instagram?
Oh,
Dancing.
Dancing where?
In the gym.
Exactly. He's in the gym. All I see Dwayne Wade doing is making smiley faces with his wife on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta pay attention. That stuff matters. Like
that's why when he's 35.
Exactly. LeBron, how Kobe was. Like Kobe at 35 was in his prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they work. Work makes a difference. If you're working your ass, LeBron was like in a gym the following week all the way through now. And like I said, the season kicks off next month and they're starting the season earlier. So when you're working, your age doesn't matter. It's basketball, man. I'm not saying it's an easy sport, but if you're working on yourself and your craft, it's going to show on the court.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So goodbye, Dwayne, and hello, Bulls of. I mean, we're in the era of. This might be the worst Bulls team ever. I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, I've been around in the locker room with some very bad Bulls teams. I'm talking Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry rookie year, when we had Jalen Rose, Ron Mercer.
Young Jamal.
They're going to, Jamal used to kill, though.
I know.
But they are going to be not very good. So prepare. I'm telling you to prepare because this is only his second year. Like, oh, boy, we got to go. Yeah, we got to go watch this shit. So, I mean, that's what you got to do to get to the point. Like, I watched bad basketball to get to where the Bulls were almost there,
Right.
Almost there. So, at the end of the day, my thoughts about Wade is, you know what, it's a better situation for him and the Bulls for him to exit left.
Definitely better situation for Dwayne and for the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no point of keeping this guy around. He's going to play 40% of the games. You might as well.
He doesn't really want to be here, bro.
No. You might as well put those young guys in and let them struggle even.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's what we have to do.
Otherwise, they're going to come off the bench behind a 35-year-old guy.
That doesn't care.
And then the rotation's going to get thrown off like it did last year when he decides he's not playing the day of the game.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I thought that was a Fred knock.
No. Oh, well, it's definitely a Fred knock too because he should have benched his ass.
Fast Freddy. Yeah, so Fast Freddy will pull someone. So
yeah,
what we got
exactly. Next, Zeke Elliott. This is an ongoing topic for the NFL in general. Mm-hmm. It's just actually diluting the whole league as from a character standpoint. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, for me, what's your thoughts about this? I mean, this guy is phenomenal football player, but I don't know.
Phenomenal.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Unbelievable running back.
I mean, he changed the Dallas Cowboys, like, everything. Like, he changed their whole feel.
Oh, yeah.
And he just can't get right. It's just a situation where, dude, like, you got everything going for you, and you do put yourself in dumb situations. I mean, everything's alleged, but
right.
when you put yourself in a situation, what can the NFL do? Roger Goodell has shown over the few years that he is very strict. I mean, he suspended Tom Brady. You think he ain't going to suspend your ass? You know what I mean? Like, that's Tom Brady, the face of the league.
4 games.
Yeah, but they won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
But,
That's right, they did.
you got to be smart, man. Like, the stupid stuff about, even if it wasn't you in the bar and it was your friends, like, you got to have common sense. And where's his, I don't care if it's my son and I don't care how old he is. I'm his dad. I'm going to call him like, hey, what the hell are you doing, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your career. You're screwing your team. How many is it? 6? 6 games?
It's 6 games right now. It's being appealed, but
it's being appealed, but I mean,
but it's
even
6
if
games.
it goes to 4, it's like, and there's some tough games coming up. So, I'm not a fan of letting guys slide, and hopefully he learns his lesson. It's like we're in school though. It's like you're a professional football player.
It's like childish talk right now.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, the guy is like 22, but still, I mean, this is just, I don't know. If you're that high profile, your best bet is to just either stay with just your friends or stay at home.
True.
Realistically, because you got no chance going out. There's going to be
somebody. You're easy to spot. It's not like you blend in.
Right.
You got your beard. It's like you're easy to spot, bro. It's not like you look like this guy. The ladies are all over you, but it's like you go out and, hey, Zeke, what you gonna do this season? Something like that happens, and some type of guy named Vinny comes up to you and tries to do some stuff. So you got to be smart with the whole situation of how you're portraying yourself in the media.
Yeah. As far as the the skill standpoint of the guy, do you think this is gonna deteriorate? Do you think this is gonna mess with his head? Do you think he's gonna have a worse season because of these allegations? Or
he's a beast athlete.
Yeah.
Dallas, Jerry Jones, they're not gonna have him sitting around. Can he practice?
He's been practicing.
I mean, can he practice because it's the preseason, or is he gonna be able to practice? I mean, I'm sure they're gonna find a way for him to practice.
That I'm unsure of.
I'm not sure,
but I
could have swore Brady couldn't even.
I want to say you can't practice.
Yeah. If anybody knows, let us know. But I don't think he could.
I don't think you can practice
in the regular season.
Right.
Like, they're pretty strict on it.
I don't think so either.
Because I think it's because of the pay. You're suspended without pay. You can't.
Right.
If he gets hurt, then it's something against the contract or something.
Right.
So he has to be on his own. Obviously, I'm sure Dallas is going to have some people behind him, but
of course,
it's a situation where it's like, dude, like, you're part of the reason that Dallas has come back to fruition. You got a lot of Dallas fans, including myself, around the world, not just in Texas,
right?
That want to see you guys succeed, and you're bringing he's really bringing the running back to prominence,
and it's gonna get tougher for Dak Prescott too. I mean. It is what it is when you're quarterback and you're used to that same guy in the backfield with you. Mm-hmm. It's you're out of sync. Realistically.
Yeah. Oh wow. So we got a couple of questions about Marshawn Lynch from Brian and Shane. My opinion about Marshawn Lynch is, he's a anomaly to me. Like, he's a beast. But he just seems like he just plays because he has so much talent. But I don't think he's like the Allen Iverson of football to me. Like, Allen Iverson used to be extremely talented in his prime, but he never freaking worked out in the offseason. He never did anything. I'm not aware of what this gentleman does. It's just the foresight, what I see, But I can be totally wrong. That's why I hate to judge people based upon what you see off the field for on the field. Right. I see what LeBron does, so it comes out, and I'm like, okay, I put 2 and 2 together. He works his ass off over the summer, and that's why he's the best player in the NBA. Not to put the NBA on the same situation as football, but, he feels comfortable to come back in his hometown on national TV. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the same beast mode, but I think he's gonna be very. I mean, the Raiders saw something where they let their freaking running back go and brought him in to give him the offense. So I'm with you guys. I'm looking forward to see what he'll do after a year off. How about you?
I think he's going to do great, and I think so because I think he's such a mental player. Mm-hmm. I feel like mentally, people see. Here's the thing: people see the media portion of him and think he's mentally off.
Yeah.
Whereas he's mentally on. The problem is there's no distractions, and when it's game time, and that's the bottom line for a guy like that.
Sorry.
I think a guy like that embraces the game so much that it's like, listen, I don't need any side distractions. I don't need this stuff. I'm coming back. Let's play because he's hard-nosed player.
He is very hard-nosed, and he's. I mean, I'm never knocking the running back position, but
right.
He just got to get out there and go off of his freaking instincts, and
Absolutely.
That's a good thing. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do with the Raiders because the Raiders, Carr got hurt, but they were looking good.
Very good.
They went to the playoffs, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sucks because Carr got
right, and then they had no chance in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
exactly. So is no chance going to be your new saying? Because we can't really take caps. So no chance.
Yeah, we could go with no chance.
No chance. Who? I don't think anybody uses that yet.
No chance.
Yeah.
But no chance.
You can put your slang behind it.
Right.
No chance. All right.
Shane says that he makes everyone watch.
Okay, good. So what we got last?
Last, we have the 8-ounce glove decision.
The fight is 7 days away.
7 days away. But, yes, the 8-ounce glove decision, one-time decision only. Felt like I was watching an infomercial.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, a one-time decision only of an 8-ounce glove being used in the fight. Why is the 8-ounce glove being used?
To me, I think they want to make the fight not somewhat. They want something to happen. They don't want the fight to just go 12 rounds, hug each other. Thanks for all your money. Bye-bye. 8-ounce gloves, somebody's going to get hurt.
Right.
I mean, because UFC is 4 or 6 ounces, one of those. Let's just say those gloves. Yeah, let's just say those gloves are closer to the UFC. And I know Floyd's had some hand problems, but Floyd's been able to use his defense in his last 6, 7 fights. I haven't really seen Floyd hurt anyone for a while, in reference to hurt. Like, wow, this guy just fell. Floyd used to knock people out.
Right.
Now it's just a tactical defensive fight.
Scrounge.
Boom, 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 knock, boom, boom, boom. But
right.
with the 8-ounce gloves, he has to be in defense mode because everybody can
take away from his defense.
Yeah, because
the gloves aren't as big, and we know that the gloves are what protects the face.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really
he's more of a shoulder guy. But
he still does this with the. I mean, I know you can't see.
Yeah.
We're putting our open hand up, but he cannot get touched by Conor. Conor still. Everybody just keeps forgetting, man. Conor is the best UFC fighter going right now. Yes, he did just get tapped out. Actually, he's not the best right now. John Jones is still the greatest.
Yes.
And if you believe differently, you're an idiot.
John Jones is the greatest fighter on the planet.
John Jones is the best ever.
He's
right
crazy
now to me.
He just beat an Olympian's ass out of rehab.
Dan Cormier's ass out of freaking cocaine rehab with a kick to the head and a bashing of 20 shots to the face.
How about that leg sweep was embarrassing?
It was. So for anybody to say that John Jones, who just called out Brock Lesnar like he was a bitch, isn't the fucking greatest UFC, tell me something different. Somebody will be like, hey, what about Matt Hughes? Or George St. Pierre? No, sorry. John Jones is the greatest UFC fighter. But Conor is up there in the upper echelon, so do not think that, that Floyd has an easy ride through.
So let me ask you this. So I was talking to a friend about this, and so we know the traditional boxing style: stand there, protect yourself, throw punches, set up action. Right now, this friend says to me, "But what if McGregor starts
Charging.
Yeah, what if he starts charging him and throwing these blows?"
And then you're going to see a lot of shoulder action and Mayweather ducking and moving and getting out of the way. He's going to, listen, man, McGregor's a professional fighter. He's going to land a punch. It's all about how Mayweather takes it. For all these people, including Max Kellerman, who someone named Vinny asked me if I knew who that was, which was really weird. Max Kellerman said that McGregor wouldn't even land a punch, which is a little far-fetched. To disrespect McGregor and say he's not even going to land a punch is a little too much. So, like I said, Floyd has to be very defensive-minded in this fight, or there's going to be some consequences and repercussions.
I think it would be pretty cool to see him run and attack him, though.
That's the only way.
I mean,
he can't come out
I think
scared.
that's his best bet.
That's his only. Well, I mean,
because he can eat those punches. Think about this: he's eating a boxing glove punch from a guy who doesn't throw as hard as the guys he's been
talking
fighting.
about the Italian.
Who?
You talking about Mayweather or Conor? I thought you were talking about Malignaggi because they sparred against each other.
Oh! Did you see that footage?
Yeah. Malignaggi was not happy with that footage being released. And then he wanted to, first of all, stupid. He wanted Mayweather to release the entire fight. Why would McGregor, why would McGregor release the entire sparring session? Public. So Mayweather can see what he has to, come on, man. Use your common sense.
I heard he was getting his ass beat.
He was.
I read an article that said it got pretty physical.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Malignaggi go down, and his face didn't look good either, so.
Yeah.
But we're talking, I mean, Malignaggi is he's not, he has the name, but he didn't really do his thing. But the 8-ounce gloves are going to make a huge situation, because if Mayweather gets hit with a left, because Conor's left is sick, then, we'll see what Mayweather hasn't been hit in a while.
No, I mean that's his only chance is he's gotta knock him out. He's gotta throw a couple of those haymakers and land.
Do you think there's gonna be a knockout or knockdown or a TKO?
I could see there being a TKO.
By who?
Mayweather TKOs.
That's what I'm thinking.
McGregor, because Mayweather, to me, is gonna he's gonna cut his face up by the second round.
Mm-hmm. By the second round?
By the second round, his face will be cut.
All right, so you guys heard this?
McGregor's face will be cut in the second round. Not one, but two.
You heard this from him. I'm thinking Mayweather by TKO 7th round or earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's possible. But I'm saying his face...
His face is going to be a mess.
His face will
I've seen Conor's fights. I can't remember if I've seen him get all cut up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That last, those Diaz fights,
Yeah,
he got busted.
Yeah, so... I mean,
but these are going to be more the quantity of punches that are going to hit his face.
So more quantity than quality?
Right. I mean, because in UFC, you're going to get those quality bomb shots.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this guy's just going to...
he still has in his left. That's wild.
Right.
Dude, everybody that knows me knows I'm a Mayweather fan. I'm just... I don't like how people just dismiss McGregor, because some of them don't watch the UFC. I watch both every time. I don't watch one less than the other. I watch both. There's a fight tonight that I want to watch.
Right.
Terrence Crawford. So I'm a huge boxing fan. I've been watching since I was a kid, before he was born. Mike Tyson fights used to be like a biggest event ever. So to say, especially if you're not familiar with the UFC, that Conor McGregor, you're going to get his ass, blah, 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 you're not into the sport as you should be, because Mayweather gets hit, it might hurt. And something, you might see something there. I mean, I'm talking out of a fight fan that wants to see it. Down. If Mayweather gets knocked down, it's like, holy
Could you see him get knocked down, though?
I've never seen it. The one time I saw One time I had my mouth wide open was Shane Mosley hit him with a right, and he buckled Mayweather. Like, literally buckled him. This is why Mayweather's so good. He buckled him, and then Mayweather grabbed his ass because he knew he was hurt. And then he just said, fuck this. He was going, like, blow for blow with him. He was like, you know what, fuck this. Let me beat his ass boxing. I tried that stuff. He caught me with a shot, buckled
Then he got
me,
defensive.
and then he got defensive, shots, fight done. Real boxing fans understand that.
Yeah.
Semi-boxing fans, why he ain't trying to...
I know. Guys, he doesn't box for you.
Yes. Like, he's hitting the guy. He wins. It's boring. Why is it boring? Because no one's getting demolished. Like, I understand those are exciting, but you got to be smart, too. So...
Right.
At the end of the day, if Mayweather knocks him out for the TKO, I think it'd be a good fight. I don't see McGregor backing down whatsoever.
No.
It is a sensationalist type of fight and atmosphere. Everybody that says they don't want to see it to this day are going to lead up to Saturday. I don't even see it. And then Saturday at 2 o'clock.
You have to see
you
it.
guys got the fight? You guys got the fight there? You have to watch this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime
actually.
situation. Yeah, think about it. You've never seen stuff like
No, this is an historical moment between two sports. You're actually combining two sports.
Totally.
With two of the most marketable athletes of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
And that shows on the pay-per-view buys. So everybody that's saying they don't watch are the ones that are clicking buy for their pay. I know I'm having a party at my house. I know you're going to a watch party. So, I'll be snapping and texting that day to see if, who's watching it. So, you got anything else?
Second round, cut it.
I got Mayweather in 7 or less.
I got Mayweather in, I'm going to say the 8th round exact.
Okay.
But there's going to be some scars in the second round that are going to have to get wiped up.
Dylan, producer, you got any thing for the Mayweather fight? Who do you got?
I want to say I got Mayweather just because he has more experience with the boxing. I'm sure I figured that Conor McGregor might get out of hand a little bit with the kicks and stuff.
Can't kick.
I know, I'm saying he might get out of hand with it, but I'm just saying, like, if he connects Mayweather with that hit, it might hurt him a little bit because he hasn't been hit in a while, like how you said. Okay. But it'll be a nice fight.
I think there should be something in the contract for that, though, that if he does do anything like that...
I think he'll get the reflex. That'll be weird. He's been boxing for the last 10 months, though.
Yeah.
I think it's in him.
Yeah.
It's going to be harder for him to go back to grappling in UFC. All right. So for Dylan, for Anthony, ECSports episode 16. Sorry for the glitches earlier. That shit will never happen again. I promise you. Thanks, Facebook. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Bye-bye.